The streets are saying it's Tuesday, which means we have another shrine to look at. This week we got Hex Pentimento from the Artist, Mindbreaker from the Demogorgon, Quick Gambit from Vittorio, and Teamwork Power of 2 from Talita. On the killer side, Pentimento lets you rekindle any cleansed totem with additional effects. It will slow down healing and repair speed for each rekindled totem, and when you get all 5 lit at the same time, it will block them from being cleansed. Unfortunately, this perk now shows the aura of any rekindled totems in the same way that Noed does, but it can still be nice to get some extra value if you're running a full Hex build and they're getting cleansed too quickly. I will say though that the Artist is an unlicensed killer, which means you can just purchase the killer herself for your shards, and she has 3 very solid perks, so I would always recommend just buying her with the shards instead of the individual perks, because with Artist you get Pain Resonance, Grim Embrace, and Pentimento. All 3 are very strong perks. On the other hand, we have Mindbreaker from the Demogorgon, which is a licensed perk, so if you're trying to keep the game free to play and you don't want to have to buy the Demogorgon, this is the only way to get this perk for free. It inflicts survivors with blindness and exhausted while they're sitting on a generator, and the effect lingers for 5 seconds when they leave. It's very good for shutting down sprint burst. As a survivor, nothing winds me up more than sitting on a gen after I've sprint bursted to go and find it and realizing that my exhaustion isn't wearing off while I'm sat there because of Mindbreaker. It can be used if a survivor walks to a generator to 99 their sprint burst very effectively, but they're wasting so much time by walking everywhere instead of running, and if you want to get your exhaustion back, you have to not be on a gen. So it's very good for wasting time. It's nice for getting rid of sprint burst. On the survivor side, Quick Gambit from Vittorio gives other survivors a small buff to their repair speed whilst you are in chase, and it shows you their aura so you can know where to run without accidentally taking the killer to a generator being worked on. It's nice. Goes on a cooldown if you get injured, so if you're very strong at looping, you can definitely put this on to buff your teammates, but it's not going to make a huge difference to the gameplay. Teamwork Power of 2 from Talita gives you and any survivor that you heal a small haste buff whilst you're staying within a certain distance of each other. By itself, it's nothing crazy, but if you stack it with Blood Pact and you work as a duo, you can very effectively keep yourself running at the same speed as the killer. It can be very hard for the killer to catch up to you, part of the infamous race car build. But in solos and by itself, you're probably not going to get too much value out of it. If I had to choose between the 2 killer perks, I'd take Mindbreaker from the Demogorgon over Pentimento, just because I think it's infinitely more valuable to use your shards to actually buy the Artist rather than any individual perks from her in the shrine. On the survivor side, I don't think I'd really take any of them, but I guess I'd maybe take Quick Gambit. I think it's more likely that you can get some kind of value from it. That's all from me. Have a great week, and I'll see you again next week.